Hello everybody, my name's Aurora. I'm a Reiki healer and I'd like to share today with everybody tools for spiritual protection, tools for combating or deterring evil, talk about Reiki, talk about sound healing, evil eye protection, prismatic shield activation, herbs for burning, herbs for tea, crystals, and at the end I'll talk about more in-depth Reiki. Now I'm going to do a brief ceremony to open up this space. I'm going to invite that everybody takes a deep breath with me. Hold for 1. Let's do that one more time. Breathe in. Hold for 1. Just to ground us in the experience. I'm using sage with dragon's blood for clearing the space. You can use a match if you can. I just don't need a lot right now because I cleared it recently. But so that's sage with dragon's blood. The dragon's blood just amplifies the intention of the clearing. It can be combined with other things as well. I'm going to ring this bell. It's a Tibetan singing bowl, actually, not a bell. It vibrates at a frequency for healing, so I'll do that. A lot of different instruments can be used for sound healing. Music itself is healing in and of itself, but there's a lot of things that can be tuned to that frequency, like hand pans, or frequencies of healing, I should say. Hand pans, flutes, just being aware of what frequency you're emitting when you're playing any instrument, I guess. But I happen to have a Tibetan singing bowl. I play guitar and I sing. You may have heard of evil eye. This is an example of an evil eye charm. You can get them on little charms. You can get them on bracelets or necklaces. Just make sure you're not allergic to the metal that they use. But any form of this, it returns to sender, cleansed, and you can bless it with salt and water lightly on the eye. And it basically makes it so people's intentions are clear, particularly ill intentions. It immediately, almost immediately, brings to light what people are actually intending for you. So I'll be on the bus or something, and suddenly someone just starts picking a fight with me, and I have this bag on, and it just makes it really obvious to everybody. It sounds cruel. It sounds a little cruel, but it's not. It makes it really obvious people's intentions. Like if they're pretending to be a wolf in sheep's clothing, if they're pretending to be someone they're not, and you don't know their intentions, this won't affect people with good intentions. It affects people who are concealing ill intentions, and just basically makes it so that they are known. Okay. I want to go over, so anybody can get those at a metaphysical supply shop or online. Just be careful what form you get the bead at, and make sure it's actually like a glass bead, not like, I don't think the plastic ones work the same. I guess it's better than nothing, but you want a glass bead. And I'm gonna go over the Prismatic Shield of Protection activation, which anybody can use to protect their energy. This is a practice, so let's take a deep breath in. You could do this now or you could do this later. The concept is pretty simple, but basically you put an imaginary point about 3 foot in any direction. You put one above, one below, one to the left, one to the right, one in front of you, and one behind you. Now, these points create like a prism, like a diamond. You can do that 2 or 3 times, reiterating the points above, below, left, right, in front of you, behind you. And then you spin the prism, left or right. And you don't need to tell anybody that you're doing this when you do it, but it makes it harder for your energy to be accessed or manipulated. It makes a protective prism around you, and you can envision it as an orb, you can envision it as a diamond, you can envision it as a fountain, you can envision it as a cylinder. It doesn't really matter what shape it takes. It's personal to you, but it does help, I've found. It almost immediately, just doing it once a day, immediately shuts down or makes it really apparent when people are trying to attack you in public or in private, I guess. Spiritually, because this is real. Spiritual attacks are real, and it's something we can defend ourselves against, and we have every right to. So that puts your shields up. Next, I'm going to talk about some herbs for burning. We have things like the sage and the dragon's blood, which clear the space, but then you have to raise the vibrations, and you'll generally want to open, if you do like a whole space, you'll generally want to like leave a door cracked or a window cracked to usher out the negative vibes in the area. And then you can do something like Palo Santo or sandalwood for raising the vibrations. There are other things you can burn, such as rosemary for protection or chamomile for protection. You can also do teas for rosemary and chamomile. I got this tea, I'm not sponsored or anything, but I got this tea that's a lavender and chamomile, stress relief for lavender and protection for chamomile. It also makes you a little bit sleepy. Good before bed. And things like bergamot to unite you with spirit. You can also you can use bergamot in different ways, but I don't think you can ingest it. Don't ingest it. But you can use it as a little bit of a balm, not in excess. You can use it as a burning or in a spell pouch. Same thing with mugwort. I use mugwort sometimes for removal spells. If you feel like a space has been tainted by some sort of evil or negativity, you can use bergamot, you can use mugwort, sage, palo santo. All those things are good. Just research what the specific intention is for those properties. And I used all my rosemary, but this is you can use any rosemary, whether it's from the produce section or from a herbalist or from the herb section of a grocery store. And I have my wand here. There's also juniper for protection with sage. And I'm going to do a little protection spell for everybody watching. I ask that spirit and our spirit teams respectively protect the space, protect the people watching this, myself included, from all evil. May we have strong defenses and heal from all harm done and prosper within health, prosperity, creativity, insight, freedom. Okay, now we're going over crystals. I don't have a lot of crystals with me right here. A lot of them were stolen. It's not very good karma to steal crystals, but what do I know? But I have my amethyst here for insight, soothing of stress, psychic activation. A must-have crystal for most people that pursue Reiki or crystal properties is selenite. It's probably the highest, maybe not the highest, but one of the highest vibrations in a crystal. And it cleanses other crystals. There are other ways to cleanse crystals, such as like incense, moon water, sun, moon, fire. There's other ways to activate your crystals and cleanse them, but selenite is the most essential crystal that can cleanse other crystals. And if you have a relationship with it, it will, like a crystal relationship with it, it will remain attached to your third eye and continue to cleanse your other crystals. And as for other crystals, I could list a million different properties of all the different crystals, but what's important is that it's one that resonates for you and that you're going to use and find the properties of it helpful. And sometimes you find the properties after you realize that you like the crystal, or you look through for the properties in the crystal and find it that way. Whichever way is fine. I'm going to talk about my experience as a Reiki healer. Okay. So my hands heal people. They are activated. I usually have people put up a shield and then open their heart chakra. And I lend energy where I can if I'm pouring from a full cup, or I use chakras they already have online. Sometimes I'll ask them a few preliminary questions like, where is their pain or discomfort, and knowledge of where the chakras are to help guide them as to moving the energy. And you can literally use your hands. You don't have to touch them at all. Use the hands to gravitate the energy from their online chakras to their less online or offline chakras. Most people have a good heart. If they don't, sound healing music is the best way to ignite someone's heart. If they don't listen to music very often, it's easy to grow distant from the heart chakra. And it's the last saving throw of trying to reach those people is with sound healing. But they might have other chakras online, like they might have really good self-esteem, they might have really activated third eye, or they might have a good connection with nature, good connection with creativity. And this all depends which chakra, or maybe they speak their truth really well, throat chakra. These are all different levels. So you got the root chakra, our connection with nature, basically, and earth. You got our sacral chakra, our ability to birth things in, ability to create things, our connection to wealth. Got our solar plexus, our connection to self-worth, self-actualization, self-realization. Our heart chakra, our ability to love. Our throat chakra, our ability to speak our truth and produce music. Not produce specifically, but music. Our third eye, our connection to our inner knowing, our self, our connection to source. Also our crown chakra, which is connection to our higher self and the divine. Now, there's other maps on your hands and on your feet that through like Qigong or Tai Chi and other fascia-inducing and reflexology, you can act. I don't know much about those things in particular, so I can't speak to them as much, but there are ways to activate our other maps to our chakras on our feet and our hands, and other parts of the body through massage can also be an option. But Reiki, you don't have to even so much as pressure point touch anybody. It's all energy flowing between our hands and their body. And don't try Reiki. If you're empathic, you can probably do Reiki, but don't do it from an empty cup. Don't keep giving if you don't feel well yourself. Like if you're sick or you're having a bad day or you're just drained, reschedule or offer Reiki a different day, because it's not safe really to be healing from an empty cup or a less than half full cup. That's most of what I have for today. I hope some of it was helpful for you. I'll do a little closing ceremony with my singing bowl, the Tibetan singing bowl. And I wish you all many blessings and much prosperity and happiness, joy. Okay. Thank you so much. for attending this video. Have a beautiful day.